Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising for January 1st through the 15th, 2019. Can't believe we're doing that already. Anyways, you can find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry or at bitchinahurry.com. And all that is in the description box below. Also, I have decided to extend the reading sale. I had 25% off all of my readings through New Year's Eve at midnight. But the response has been so great and everybody's been so awesome, and I'm just about caught up with the personal readings that have been ordered. I thought I would extend it for another week just because why not, right? So that sale is extended to January 7th, I believe. So if you are interested in getting a personal reading, it's an additional 25% off, and the coupon code for that is HH2018, and it's on the website. Like, it's really easy to do if you're interested. Let's just get a couple more cards for Pisces. Hope you guys had a nice holiday season. You'll have to forgive me if my voice is not quite right, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time breathing. I'm fighting off some kind of a cold, and every so often I'm like, I just think it's sort of settled in my lungs, so I'm not being dramatic and sighing. It's just that I can't breathe. And it does happen to me with readings sometimes, where I have a hard time, like if something's like super heavy, I'll feel like I have a hard time breathing, but that's not what's going on. I feel like that all the time right now. Well, let's get started, Pisces. This is beautiful. You start out with the Nine of Cups, and you're a water sign, and so you know how beautiful this feeling is. This is a feeling of like some wishes granted, some joy. Some things have actually, I want to say this, have actually worked out. Like, it's been a little bit of a rough go for you guys, Pisces, and my light's a little weird. Just some things are working out. Like, you've stuck to what's really important to you. You see this person is like heart-centered, like focused on this one cup right here, and it's bringing all of these fish, all this prosperity, and all this joy to them emotionally. So that is a really good thing, because this happened already, this tower moment for you guys. Something happened, and don't freak out with the tower. It doesn't mean like you're going to get divorced, people are dying. Sometimes it's just that there's a life change that comes, and it's something that you're like ignoring and kind of like not dealing with, and then it gets dealt with for you because you're not dealing with it. You know how these things happen. And I think this has already happened. Whatever this is, it sort of laid claim to part of your holiday, maybe. I don't know, but it's been a source of aggravation, and it finally all kind of came to a head. I think this is before, I want to say like a week or two ago, it finally came to a head, and people get really freaked out when they see the Tower card that bad things are going to happen, but it isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes, yeah, you need to have that things taken down so that you can build something new. And that's what I see here is this Queen of Pentacles is just one of my favorite cards. Look at how rooted down and strong she is. It's possible that that tower moment needed to happen so that you could find out who you really were. That happens a lot. Like, I say this, a lot of people are getting this card too, in both decks. This card oftentimes reminds me of that mom when you were coming home from school and like there was cookies in the oven when you got home. That's this mom. She's organized. She's available. Her house is clean. You know what I'm talking about. Like, she's got herself in order. And I think that whatever this tower moment was like a clean out. I want to say that, like a decluttering of something in your life. And now that that is all decluttered, you've had a chance to kind of revamp how you do things, and things feel different to you now, and you do things differently now. You're emotionally much more stable about whatever this tower situation was, and also you are firmly establishing who you are again. It's possible that maybe you were dealing with people that had a lot of say in what you did, and now that you're focused on, maybe you're just focused on your immediate close family or your children. It's a good possibility that you are focused strongly on your children, and now that that's happening, you're feeling like this Queen of Moms right here. You know, like I said, this Queen of Pentacles has got herself in order. She's that mom that has like the cubbies lined up with the names and the lunchbox and the boots and the coat hooks, and you know what I mean? Like the permission slips are signed and there's a whiteboard with check marks. This is this mom. Like, you're getting yourself in order. And this may be also for these first 2 weeks of the year, something that you want to do. Maybe you want to clean the clutter out, whether it's emotional, personal, familial clutter, or it's actually just stuff. Like maybe you just really need a serious clean out. And in these first 2 weeks, you want to do things very differently. And this is really what your goal is, not only to be like super organized and super on top of your game in your tangible life, but also emotionally feeling fulfilled, because you don't have this going on like, in the background anymore. You don't have this looming, hanging over your head. It's done. It's over. And I think the last card we have on this top row here is this Five of Pentacles, and this has shown up quite a bit. And I think that happens a lot when you put away an old year and start a new year. Sometimes we start to look back at like all the things that happen. And if you can see here, I'll try to get this close. See how this person is like, I'm losing my daylight. See how this person is like looking down, like they're kind of sitting like this. They're very self-focused and they're not looking up. And if they were to look up, they'd see these beautiful pentacles here, or this beautiful garden that they're sitting in the little butterfly or bird. They're missing the big picture. There's beauty all around them. And I think sometimes, you guys are water signs and you're very, very sentimental, and maybe you're looking back over 2018 and you're seeing all the stuff that didn't work, or the things that went wrong, and the things that you wish were different. I feel like that's what's happening, or you're reliving this over and over again. It is time to pick your head up. Look at this little bird in front of you. Look at the beautiful garden beneath you. Look at the beautiful pentacles up in the sky. It's time to pick your head up and leave this tower moment right where it is. Leave it in the past, because you've got so much happening here. You've got such emotional happiness and joy here, and you've got your home in order here. Like, it's really exciting. So I'm not saying that you should negate the way that you feel about maybe these things in 2018, or you feel about this, but it is time to leave this in the past right where it is. That's where it needs to stay. So I think for you guys, trying not to be super sentimental about 2018, just kind of leave it where it was, let it stay there, and move forward, because you've got everything in order to have a great 2019. Your clarifiers here, you have the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working really, really hard, which we already know, because you got the Queen up here. So this is just a clarifier that the thing is now, you have other Pentacles where nobody really sees what you're doing, or you don't see what you're doing. At this point, at the 8, other people actually see what you're doing. And so your progress is going to be notable, not only just to you, because you know what you're doing, but to other people who are like, did you see them? Wow, they've made some serious changes. It's going to be noticeable to everyone, and that actually is going to kind of boost you up a little bit too. It's a progression from this 5 of like, what do I do now? Oh no, boo-hoo. Now you're at that 8. Like, you've moved past it. You're going to be able to move past it. Other thing here, Page of Swords. And I love the Page of Swords because it's a quick, objective message. It isn't a long drawn out, diatribe, but it's a quick objective message that's like, hey, get back on track. And I think that has to do with this. When you feel like you want to get mucked up in this old tower thing that happened, or this past, or 2018, whatever went wrong, when you want to get all mucked up in that, you get this quick message objectively. What is this doing for me? Why am I doing this? Does this make any sense? Is this helping me? Is this hurting me? What am I doing? It's just that quick objective message that lets you know what, are you on the right track, or are you, spiraling out of control into nowhere land. Watch for those messages. It can be as simple, this Page of Swords, as something interrupting you. Like, let's say you start to sit down and you start to think about, oh, this thing happened with my cousin, and you're, oh no, oh, it's terrible. You'll get like a telemarketer phone call. Something will like jog you out of it. You'll stub your toe, whatever the case might be. Those messages will happen on purpose to move you along. And we have the Nine of Swords. You have somebody laying in their bed awake, worry, looking over their shoulder. When is the next shoe going to drop? When is it going to happen? It already did. It did. Leave it there. I can't tell you enough times. I know you guys are soft and sentimental and sweet, but leave this, because the next step after this is the Ten of Swords, where there's the person like stabbed all in the back. Leave it. Let it go. Let it go. Whatever this was, whatever happened in 2018 that is unpleasant or is something that you can't fix, let it go. Let it walk away. Leave it there. And you remember, this page is going to keep showing up to remind you. I want to hear how this page like jogs you out of your time of feeling bad and looking back and being upset. I would really like to know, because it's always so amusing to me when that happens. All right, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon.